Malacanang Presscon and guests. Welcome sa press briefing ni Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar and Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning, Rocky. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
My long-lost sister. Yeah. Look at the mole
Yeah.
again. Endless joke. Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin sa PTV, nakikinig sa atin sa Radyo ng Bayan at nanonood po sa atin sa Facebook Live sa pamagitan ng ating Presidential Communications page. Our resource persons for today are Mr. Joey Concepcion, Cecile Guidote Alvarez, and Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Maynard Guevara. Mr. Jose Maria A. Concepcion III, Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, is the Vice President of the EDSA People Power Commission and also a Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship. It is his second time to be in our briefing. He will talk about what the Commission has prepared for us to commemorate the EDSA People Power. He is the son of former DTI Secretary Jose Concepcion Jr., who served as the chairman of the EPPC from 1998 to 2000. He is also the founder of Go Negocio, the current chair of ASEAN Business Advisory Council, and the president and CEO of the RFM Corporation. Cecile Guidote Alvarez is PETA founder and president of Philippine International Theater Institute, is the youngest Filipina to be honored as Ramon Magsaysay Arts Laureate for public service in 1972. As director of Earth Savers, has been distinguished the UNESCO Artist for Peace recognition and producing director of multi-awarded DZRH Radio, Balin Tatao. She served as NCAA Executive Director during the GMA presidency and heads the Social Change Network of the International Theater Institute. She is a member of the Spirit of EDSA Foundation. Attorney Menardo I. Guevara is a Senior Deputy Executive Secretary of the Office of the President. He was also the bar top-notcher in 1986. And in 1986, when he passed the bar, that was during the People Power Revolution, right after. He was also a technical staff member of the 1986 Constitutional Commission. Prior to his appointment, he was the commissioner of the Philippine Competition Commission in 2016 and Deputy Executive Secretary for Legal Affairs at the Office of the President in 2015. Moreover, he was the commissioner of the Philippine Truth Commission in 2010, a former law partner in Medialdea, Ata Bello, Guevara, and Suarez, and law professor at the Ateneo de Manila University. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen of the Malacanang Press Corps, let us give a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, Ms. Cecile Guidote Alvarez, Mr. Joey Concepcion, and Attorney Maynard Guevara. Joey? The first to speak is Joey.
Good morning. I was just appointed as vice chairman just recently. So I guess one of the tasks that I have is to try to continue what started many years back in the People Power Revolution in EDSA. It's 31 years today as we celebrate EDSA. And basically, the intention really is we would like to see it as a day of reflection. The theme basically celebrating people power for nation building. people ask me why I accepted this role as vice chairman. I guess being part of People Power in that year, 1986, I was 27 years old. My father was the founder of NAMFREL. We experienced the entire change that we saw during that time, from a dictatorship to the move towards democracy. We had our own heroes at that time. We respect, until this very day, we continue to respect these heroes. Ninoy Aquino, for one, his legacy should never be forgotten. And likewise, the different people who went through what I call the transformation of our country during that period of time. As I shared with the team that was involved in the planning, and especially Chris Carrion, who has been doing this event for the past so many years, he is basically was tasked to put a simple event this coming Friday in the AFP grandstand. And former President Ramos will be with us in that event. And there will be a couple of awards to be given during that day. Of course, we start with a mass at 8 a.m. So it's going to be a very simple affair. We decided to do it on Friday because we felt that Saturday there will be a lot of people celebrating in various formats and different expressions. And moving forward, my vision is to see how we can continue to live on the spirit of EDSA, maybe in different forms. We can't keep living on the past. No? We have transformed these lessons that we have learned during this struggle, during that time, so that our own children will continue to remember it. No? I myself remember it because I was in EDSA during that period, but my children don't remember EDSA because they were never part of it. So the challenge really is, how do we make this generation continue to be inspired of what happened in 1986? No? And in the coming months, we will prepare for next year's celebration on how the youth, especially today, can live on, similar to what I have done. And my father was a former co-chair of the same commission. By coincidence or divine enlightenment or guidance, somehow I'm performing the same role that he performed many years back. No? So, in a way, I was maybe mentored during those earlier days when he was very active with NAMFREL, and somehow that spirit caught on to me. And today I find myself in a unique role, although it's a crash course in trying to put this thing together. And we hope to continue to live up and really pass on the true meaning of EDSA to our children. Thank you.
Ms. Cecil Alvarez.
I'm representing the Spirit of EDSA. It's an NGO that was founded by many people involved in the liberation of our country in 1986. My direct involvement really is because I was a kind of alalay to my husband when we were in exile, and he was a leader of the democratic opposition, exposing the hidden billions and other violations of human rights. So we are very happy to be always collaborating with the government for remembering and protecting the integrity of history. I think what's very important, and we're glad that we have this 31st anniversary, because the brilliant, gallant moment of the Filipino nation is inscribed in the UNESCO memory of the world all over the world major historic events like Mandela's and many of the programs that are so relevant to the growth and development of a nation is inscribed, it's selected. And the Philippines EDSA People Power is here. It is on page
Decision kami na
554, the radio broadcast of the Philippine People Power Revolution. So it is recorded in world history, and it is a glorious moment that really must be carried on, the spirit. And as we feel that we were liberated from oppression and tyranny, now our concern is to seek freedom. Freedom from drugs, freedom from corruption, freedom from pollution, freedom from terrorism, freedom from disease, that more or less the Duterte government has been elucidating or focusing on. And particularly as one involved with the cultural programming, we feel that the arts is so important as a conscientizing force, and the need for education of the young to carry on memory. We don't want amnesia inflicted on our nation. It is important that we treasure what is in fact an inspiration globally for the world. We know its impact, how it broke down the walls, the Berlin Wall, and created more independent democratic governments. And we are now enjoying this democracy with free media because of the 1986 People Power Prayer Revolution. We hope that you will join us. What was said by Secretary Joey, that it will be in Camp Aguinaldo. There will be, I don't know when you want to say the awards which can be given, but this has been traditional. Every year there is a recognition of so many people, particularly the victims of the abuses of the martial law regime. Thank you.
Sir Maynard Guevara.
good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm representing
My long lost sister. Yeah. Look at the mole again. Endless joke. Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin sa PTV, nakikinig sa atin sa Radyo ng Bayan, at nanonood po sa atin sa Facebook Live sa pamagitan ng ating Presidential Communications page. Our resource persons for today are Mr. Joey Concepcion, Cecile Guidote Alvarez, and Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Maynard Guevara. Mr. Jose Maria A. Concepcion III, Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, is